Hello, my air signs. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a reading focused on the Divine Masculine. It is a timeless reading, guys, so ultimately we're taking a look at, does your Divine Masculine desire you, and how does the masculine feel about the connection overall at this time? So for Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, this is a general reading and it will not resonate with every single person tuning in. So please do take from this what makes sense for you and release the rest. And for anyone who's interested in a personal private reading, I've got full-length readings on hold for now just to give me a chance to catch up. So you can still go ahead and book mini readings as well as the basic ones. And all of that info is down below in the description box, guys, as well as a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here at this time. Okay, so let's dive right into this, my feminines, and let's take a look and see how your Divine Masculine is feeling at this point in time about the connection. And so these are the three decks that we will be using for today's focus messages. The first is by my soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144. This is Divine Desires, Twin Flame Messages, and then we'll grab one from Bridget Rouse deck, Bridget from Divine Essentials. This is called the Masculine's Madness. And lastly, by Sister Moon Tarot, this is the Twin Flame Poetic Confessions deck. Any decks with the name of Twin Flame, if you don't identify with it, you certainly don't have to. We're mostly focusing on the messages here. So let's get right into this, guys. Let's take a look and see the direction that this is going to go here for you when it comes to your masculine connection. All right, so what's your first focus message here? Angels and spirit guides for my air signs. So for all of my divine feminines tuning in, watching for this masculine, let's grab one. Okay, do they still desire you? Turn me on in the back row of the movies. This might even be something that you guys had actually experienced, okay? So they possibly are focused on past connections, like when you guys were together, you were at the movies, and there could also be this sexual chemistry between the two of you. Okay, so that's the message from your masculine. Turn me on in the back row of the movies, okay? So that already is an indication that yes, they're still attracted to you. They're still sexually pulled and drawn towards you, my feminines. But of course, we're going to have to add to that to see where else this is going to go. All right, so the masculine's madness at this time for my air signs. Feminines tuning in, watching for a masculine. Okay, I'm guided to this card here. Awakening. I feel like I'm losing my mind. This is where your masculine is at this point in time. Now, what would be the reason for this type of energy? Could be because you guys are more than likely going through some challenges in your connection, or you're not together at this point in time. And in order for them to find peace in their mind, they're going to have to go through some sort of awakening on their journey, a spiritual lesson perhaps, having to do shadow work on themselves, perhaps. Okay, so those are possibilities, but this is what's coming through from the masculine so far. All right. So there's some reference to movies, awakenings. So let's grab your third focus message here, my feminines, when it comes to your divine masculine and this connection for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay. I'm drawn to this corner. Let's grab this one. We've got jealousy. I look at their picture. I know they're with you. This jealousy breaks me. It shatters my heart in two. Okay, so there's something about a particular picture that they are looking at. So what's coming through here is that someone's already with somebody else. And these messages are coming forward from the masculine. So the masculine is coming through with this jealous energy. So my feminines, perhaps you're with somebody else at this point, and it's breaking their heart in two. That could be why they feel like they're losing their mind. To the point where it's really stressing them out. They're very jealous of somebody else that is giving you attention, my feminines. Okay, so take that if it resonates, of course, but that's what's presenting itself here so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at some issues here as to what else could be contributing to the problems in the partnership. Okay, so this deck is called Issues. It is by Fire Witch Tarot. So let's grab some potential scenarios here of what could be contributing to obstacles and problems and challenges in the partnership. All right, so angels and spirit guides for my air signs tuning in, my divine feminines tuning in, watching for a divine masculine that you more than likely are in separation from, or you guys are going through some challenges. But I'm feeling more so for those of you who are in separation, because we have a very jealous masculine here. They wouldn't be jealous if they were with you. So they're observing you with somebody else, or it could be that you guys are following each other on social media and they're seeing all of this unfold in your life and they're jealous that it's not with them. You might have even put a post up that you were at the movies with somebody else, and so there's this memory of maybe when you guys were at the movies, and they're remembering all this and it's tripping them out. All right, so what are the issues? What are the issues for some of you guys? Let's see. High expectations. Meticulous and picky as fuck. So maybe you know this about your masculine, okay? They could be a very picky individual, but you know, that could get really annoying as well. That could have contributed to the issues. And you know, they might have even told you, feminines, that you fell short of what it was that they were expecting when it came to the relationship, and maybe you distanced yourself. You might have broken up with this masculine because of the way they treated you, and now they're possibly watching you with somebody else. Whether you're just entertaining a new connection, if you're not in a relationship right now, or you've moved on to somebody else, they're coming through with this very jealous vibe. What else? We've got the unknown leaves you in the dark about things. So this is a masculine for some of you that didn't really let you in fully into their heart space or into their world. And now that maybe you've distanced yourself from them and moved on possibly to somebody else at this point, for those of you resonating with this so far, they are not in a good place. You know, I feel like I'm losing my mind. That's where they're at, and they're jealous. It's breaking them apart. It's shattered their world. What else is contributing to the issues here for my air signs for this timeless reading? Angels and spirit guides. What else? Work, work, work. Okay, so maybe they were just too busy working on other things, or maybe their job took them away from the connection. They didn't have much time to dedicate to the partnership, and that creates imbalance here. You know, and so some of you guys might have detached from this masculine because they weren't putting in enough effort in the partnership, and now that they see this, that possibly you're with someone else, now they're coming through jealous and they're losing their mind. You know, it's just tripping them out is what I keep feeling. We've got hiding true feelings coming through here. I forget which reading I did. I believe it was my earth signs. A lot of these same cards were coming forward, you know. So if you're a cross watcher, you might want to watch that one too. So we might have a masculine here who was just not very good at expressing their feelings, keeping the feminine in the dark. Lots of regrets, jealousy, and uneasiness when it comes to this masculine I'm feeling. And so look at this. They're stressed out. And this says stress-related issues affects the connection. They stress you the fuck out. And if that's the case, maybe that's why you ended up detaching from this masculine. They left you in the dark. They might have even annoyed you because they were too picky and just meticulous with all the stupid little details, you know. And sometimes that can definitely get very annoying, and they threw too much of their energy into work. You know, this is somebody who's a workaholic here. And if that's the case, which there's nothing wrong with that, you know, hustling towards your career and your livelihood, but you got to put in some balance in your life when it comes to your relationships as well. And I feel this masculine fell short of that. Excuse me. Look at this next message. Financially irresponsible. Bad spender. Debt. Can't save. Now that's interesting. They're a workaholic, but at the same time, they weren't saving a dime. You know, they spent it as fast as they made it. No wonder there was stress. And part of what I'm feeling here too, my feminines, is that you might have had a masculine, you know, again, a workaholic, but a bad spender as well. They could have had a lot of debt. And that could have also been something that they were keeping from you, that they were hiding that from you. So this masculine could have had a bit of a shady side here, you know. And I'm not even picking up off of shady as far as cheating and infidelity. I'm feeling more so tapped into finances, money matters, life's challenges. Those were certain things that perhaps your masculine was hiding from you, my feminines. I don't know if that was to protect you from what they were doing or to keep you just away from all of the drama of what they were dealing with. But they created a lot of stress for themselves. Let's grab a couple more here. We've got a mama's boy for some of you guys, okay? Spoiled and close connection to mama. Still acts like a kid, used to things being handed over to them, expects you to play mom. So I feel some of my feminines tuning in, you don't want to be dealing with this mama's boy here. So what I'm feeling quite heavily here for my divine feminine air signs tuning in is more than likely you detached from this masculine because they were being financially irresponsible. They were very difficult to deal with. They were very picky. Could have been annoying at times. Coming through as a workaholic. So even though they threw a lot of their energy into working, they weren't available for the relationship with you. And then now you've got a connection with a mother figure here in your masculine's life who was also, I feel, interfering. All right, one last card. We've got secretive. Yeah, I did pick up off of that when it comes to this masculine for some of you. Does things on the low, hides things from you, good at being sneaky, discreet. Yep, pretty much. So these are some potential issues of what some of you guys could be dealing with when it comes to this masculine. So ultimately, the focus question here for this reading, my feminines, is does your divine masculine desire you? Yes. I feel that that is the case. They're also very jealous of some of you who have moved on to other people because they can't be with you. And it's driving them crazy. It's stressing them out. Okay, so let's add to this with the Twin Flame Dilemmas Oracle deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And again, you don't have to identify with a twin flame connection, but there could be twin flame references to some of these decks. So take it if it resonates with you as always. All right, air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for this timeless reading. For my divine feminines tuning in, what else could be contributing to this relationship? What are the dilemmas that you guys have had to face in this partnership? What's up with that? Time to unwind with friends. Okay, so what I get from this is those of you who detached from your masculine, I feel you really just needed time away from this connection to de-stress. As it says, unwind with your friends. Especially if you feel that your masculine was kind of leaving you in the dark, leaving you out of certain things in the relationship. That doesn't feel good. Look at this, guys. We've got mother figure, pregnancy. Okay, mama's boy. Some of you guys could have had children with your masculine, making it very difficult to be the divine feminine of the household when you've got mama coming in interfering. So some of you guys could have already had children. Interesting. There can, however, be ascension here. Okay, so no matter where you guys are at right now, you can veer away from the challenges and stresses of what's happening here currently and still create ascension in the partnership. But ultimately, it takes two people to make that happen. So purify, detox makes a lot of sense to me because there are certain energies that are presenting itself here. that need to be cleansed. And I really do feel that this masculine contributed a lot to the toxic energy, perhaps, that have been exchanged between the two of you. And look at this, we've got broken vows now coming through. So some of you guys could have been married to your masculine here. And part of what it is that they are desiring, perhaps, is to repair the damage in the partnership for broken vows that they contributed to the problems. My feminines, they could have certainly broken your heart, and it hurt that this masculine was not putting in the effort that you needed. You know, we have wedding rings right here, a broken heart. So yeah, some of you guys were together, committed, married. And part of what broke up the marriage, I feel, might have something to do with a mother figure that was interfering in your business. That will not apply to everyone, of course, but I feel that's a part of the problem for some of you guys. In the shadows, not surprised. I feel that this masculine has some shadow work that they need to do, you know, because they have to go through this awakening and ascension within their own life in order to experience that with you, my feminines. They've got a lot of work that they need to focus on at this time. So they could certainly be putting themselves in the shadows because they create a lot of drama and stress in their own life. And they need to find the illumination in their own life to be able to experience this ascension with you, I feel. So yeah, this is confirmation that you guys broke up. That's the second image here with a broken heart. Broken heart right here, broken heart right there, which could certainly be picking up off of sort of like a Three of Swords energy in tarot, which is heartbreak over a separation, grieving the loss of a partnership. It's heartbreak at the end of the day. For some of you guys, it could have been heartbreak over a third-party situation. And swords is air energy, okay? So this is confirming for us that you guys broke up. You're not together. Let's grab one more. One last card here. Observing, getting evidence, spying. Okay, so your masculine is watching you, spying on you, observing you. So more than likely on social media here. Because they're jealous. So what I'm also getting here, my feminines, is that you dealt with a masculine that left you out of certain things that was going on in their life. And so I feel the tables have turned and now you're leaving them out of your life because of certain things that have happened in the relationship. So you're kind of doing your own thing, I feel, my feminines. The thing is, I feel you still have love for your masculine, but you're not going to be a doormat for this masculine. You're living your life as you should. Okay, so now it's up to this masculine to do the work. It's interesting. Work, work, work. They were a workaholic, but they didn't put in enough work in the relationship. And so what happens when we don't do a good job? We get fired. So I kind of feel, my feminine, some of you guys fired your masculine from your life. And so now they're going to have to earn their way back in. And maybe right now is not a good time, especially for those of you who've already moved on to other relationships and they see this, they observe it, they're spying on you. So somewhere along the line, they found out, maybe for some of you guys, that you're with someone else or you're interested in someone else, or that you're dating, living your life, spending time with friends. Okay, so let's add some tarot to this. Another deck by Fire Witch Tarot. This is actually her Opium deck, Twin Flames Tarot deck. So let's grab some insight from here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my air signs for this timeless reading. Yes, I do feel the divine masculine desires the feminine. This divine masculine feeling very jealous, losing their mind, stressed out. But you know, based off of what's presented itself here, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you guys broke up. All right, so we've got a reverse card here, and then we've got an upright. Five of Cups. Okay, so some of you guys might be dealing with a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So the Five of Cups in the upright is loss, regret, bereavement, okay? It's disappointment, but it's coming up in the reverse here, which might actually be a good thing, because the Five of Cups in the reverse is acceptance. It's moving on. It's finding peace in one's heart, in one's life. And I kind of feel this from my feminines, that you had to find peace in your life. You had to accept what was happening in your relationship. But at the same time, you weren't going to be putting up with all the nonsense and drama either. So you had to find a way to move on. Hangman. Okay, so you had to find a new perspective on seeing the situation, that ultimately maybe you were dealing with a masculine who was not putting in the effort or work that was necessary in the partnership to thrive. They created a lot of drama and stress for you and in the relationship, unnecessarily. Yeah. So what you had to do was basically release this masculine because it wasn't serving you any longer. Can there still be room for improvement and a reconciliation? Sure. But this masculine has to put in the effort to do the shadow work, go through their awakening, learn those lessons in their life, get rid of the secrets, stop allowing people to interfere, and just focus on the relationship. So they've got some work to do in order to create healing and to mend this broken heart here between the two of you. We do have the Lovers card. Okay, so what I'm feeling from this, a couple of things, my feminines, for your masculine, is that they feel this deep connection with you still. And I feel for some of you guys, you do as well. But you weren't going to put your life on hold waiting for this masculine to get their life together either. Because the Lovers card, specifically Gemini, so, this is definitely tapped into air energy. Yes, it's specifically Gemini, but it could be for Libras and Aquariuses too. There's always a decision, a choice that needs to be made, or at least needs to be addressed when it comes to partnerships, relationships, on this journey that you guys are on. And I feel, my feminines, you made the choice to detach from a masculine that was unable to deliver what it was you were looking for. And yes, I get that you still more than likely love and care for your masculine, but you had to find love within you as well, which is just as important. Self-love, just as important. So if this masculine wants to be a part of your life, then they as well have to make certain choices and decisions to come back into your life. They've got some really damage to undo in the partnership to make amends for what's happened here. And also what I'm feeling, because we can't ignore the fact that we have a jealous masculine here. We can't ignore the fact that we have a breakup card here. So indicating to me that the majority of you tuning into this and resonating with this, you're not together. And if you have another lover that they know about, they're very jealous. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. It's stressing them out. That's not your problem though. That's theirs. They're going to have to figure it out. What you're wanting here, my feminines, from your masculine is this Hierophant energy, which is commitment. But first, that lesson needs to be learned first. Okay? The Hierophant is all about tradition and conformity, ethics. And I feel those things were tested when it came to this masculine. The Hierophant has such beautiful energy. For some of you guys, it could be a Taurus that you're focused on. Okay? Hierophant is Taurus energy. It's two people who are meant to be. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's the person that you're focused on for this reading, especially if your masculine can't get their act together. The love is here, the connection is here, but this is not exactly giving us an indication that you're going to end up marrying this masculine. Yes, it's a possibility for some, but I also feel that if this particular masculine that you detached from can't seem to get things going in their life, to be able to fix not only their life, but the connection with you, that you're going to move on and find happiness elsewhere. Somebody that you are going to enjoy happiness and a long-term commitment with. Marriage, building a life together, having children someday, or blended families for some of you. So what I'm feeling here, my feminines, is, again, if this masculine can't get to the point where they can commit to you, someone else is going to commit to you. And for some of you guys, that's a possibility for the near future. And maybe that's why this masculine is very jealous of the direction that you're going, because they know that you're basically living your best life and you're leaving them behind. You know, so they're kind of paying for the consequences of their actions here. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so in order to fix this, my feminines, for those of you, of course, who want a reconciliation with your masculine that you are thinking about for this reading, they have to put in effort. There's no way around it. And I feel with this Knight of Cups, it's possible, because this is someone who's very romantic, somebody who follows their heart. Okay, that's what this Knight is all about. Knights create motion. So this is somebody who's going to reach out and extend themselves in a way, perhaps, my feminines, that you've been needing this all along. So it's almost like at that last minute, at the 11th hour, when it's almost too late, then you see effort from this masculine. So for some of you guys, yes, it's salvageable, that things can still work out between you and your masculine here, but they're going to have to do some work. They've done the work before on putting in too much effort towards their career, their money matters, their livelihood. It's now time to put in this work energy towards their love connection with you. If they want you, then they're going to have to put in the work. There's no way around it. And my feminines, you're coming through as this High Priestess energy, okay? So you're just following your intuition. You're following your gut. Living your best life. Yep. Pay attention to your gut, because that ultimately is what's going to propel you forward in the direction that you are meant to go. The High Priestess also indicates a waiting period. So maybe some of you, my feminines, you're just kind of keeping calm and living your life and moving on. And maybe there's a part of you that's keeping tabs on your masculine as well and just waiting to see how this goes. But I don't feel you're coming from a place of this antsy, desperate energy. I'm not feeling that from my feminines. You're actually okay, I feel. Not that you're okay with the situation, but I feel in your heart you have been able to find some sense of peace there, where perhaps some of you guys feel that what's meant to be is what's meant to be. What's meant for you will come for you. We have the Two of Swords. Okay, so we do have a stalemate here. And this is air energy right there. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of movement going on here, which is understandable, because I really do feel this masculine needs to figure out a plan perhaps on how to approach you, and also to heal themselves, to fix whatever part of themselves is broken, because it's not up to you to fix them. They need to figure that out for themselves. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So, you know, good luck is on your side still, my feminines, when it comes to this connection with your masculine. And again, look at the confidence from that image, my feminines. So this could be your energy right now. You're just sitting pretty. You're just waiting for this masculine. But at the same time, living your life. And when I say waiting for your masculine, I don't mean that you're just sitting there waiting. You're out there living. But there's a part of you that maybe knows instinctively, intuitively, that this is not the end. And it might not be. Okay? It could be that jealousy that propels them to create change in their own life because they don't want to lose you. So let's tap into that, right? Let's take a look and see what this masculine would want to say to the feminine if given the opportunity. Okay? What we do know is that we have a masculine here who's tripping out, who feels like, they're losing their mind, they're stressed out. The tables have turned here. So this is my Thinking Man Oracle deck. This is the Volume 2 version. All right, air signs, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. For my feminines tuning in for the Divine Masculine. What does this masculine want to say at this point in time? I'm also feeling, and I'm not quite sure where this is coming from, some of you guys might have had a masculine who had a bit of a temper, or they could just be really stubborn and pig-headed. And yeah, very jealous. Could have had anger issues also. And as the Mama's Boy card says, a spoiled person. Mama calling all the shots and they don't have a mind of their own. And expected you to treat them the same way. Expected you to play that mother figure. Please answer. It's me. So some of you guys might have blocked this masculine, either your phone, social media, or even from coming to your home. They might have tried calling, texting, reaching out on social media, and you're not responding. Next message, are we really done? And of course, for all of my feminines tuning in, you're the only one that can answer that question. Are you really done? It's up to you. Next message, I've always been really good at not catching feelings. Then you had to come in and make me fall in love with you. Damn. Okay, so some of you guys might have dealt with a masculine who just wasn't looking to get into anything serious. And somewhere along the line, they fell in love with you. But they had a lot of issues as well. Next message, we can't do in the 5D what I really want to do with you in the 3D. They definitely want to reconnect in the 3D world. And maybe some of you guys are connecting in the 5th dimension and still feeling your masculine's energies. But there's a reason why you guys have broken up and why you're not together. Because there were a lot of challenges that they created in the partnership. Look, see? Be with me. They still want to be with you, feminines. This is interesting because I did pick up some of my feminines. You're just kind of waiting for your masculine to get their act together. And some of my masculines are waiting for the feminines. Okay? I'll be waiting for you. Sort of like to say, it's your call, my feminines. It's your call whether you want to work this out with your masculine. And so for some of you guys, it does make sense that your masculine is just kind of giving you the space that you need and waiting to possibly hear from you if you ever want to reconnect with them. Let's grab a couple more. I wish life had a rewind button so I can fix us, so I can tell you all the things I wanted to say but never did, so I can hold you in my arms and never let you go, so I can make us right once again. Yep, it makes sense, because remember, we had this message, hiding true feelings, keeps emotions hidden, doesn't speak the truth on their true feelings. Yep. So I can tell you all the things I wanted to say but never did. There's a lot that they want to get off their chest now. And it's up to you, my feminines, if you even allow them to contact you. All right, last one. I miss your voice, your laughter, the endless hours of conversations we had about anything, about everything, about nothing in particular. Oh, how I miss you. And it's driving them crazy for some of you guys that you might be with somebody else at this point, especially if they've heard it through a friend or a mutual person that you guys know that you're with somebody else. And I can't help but feel for some of you guys, this could be payback for this masculine's actions, especially if there were third parties and infidelities on their part. And so you've moved on and maybe you're in a better place right now, but still a part of you thinking of your masculine, that it could have been good if they would have just taken the time to put in the effort towards the partnership. Okay, so let's grab some messages from the Divine Time Oracle. This is another deck by Bridget from Divine Essentials. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, for this timeless reading. So let's see what else, my feminines, what else do we need to know when it comes to your connection with your masculine? This card says, what are you waiting for? Open the door. Opportunity. So many references to waiting here. I'll be waiting for you. What are you waiting for? It's like, hurry up and do something about it already. And even in tarot, you know, there was this need to just wait and bide your time and just be calm and know that what's meant for you will come for you. But there is this need from the masculines, I feel, really wanting to break down a particular door of opportunity to be with the feminine again. Look at this. We've got 212 coming in. Okay. Awakening, partnership, manifesting thoughts, progression of love. And remember, from the masculine, I feel like I'm losing my mind. And they need to go through that awakening in order to have this ascension, as I mentioned, with the feminine, with you, my feminines. But there's a potential to make progress in this partnership if they actually do the work. What else? Growth. Decades will come and go if you don't choose to grow. Okay. Yeah, it really comes down to a person's choices and decisions, and I feel when it comes to this masculine, it really is up to them if they decide to grow from this experience and learn from it and change the things that they've done to create all of the stress and drama between the two of you. There can still be growth here. But, you know, in the meantime, my feminines, you're creating growth in your own life. And this mother figure card here reminds me of the Empress in tarot. And the Empress, divine feminine energy in tarot, is manifestation of growth in all areas of your life that's possible. Next message, tomorrow is another day. Try again another way. So yeah, if one way clearly wasn't working, which is why you guys broke up, there's another road that you can take to improve this connection and work on it and bring it back together and find happiness. But it takes effort from two people to make that happen. That's what's presenting itself. Okay, so let's wrap things up, guys, with some messages from your angels, some final guidance. Okay, so this particular deck, it doesn't always pertain to love and romance, but let's take a look and see the guidance that's being offered to my air signs, my divine feminines at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We've got Angel Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Yeah, kind of makes sense. You know, it's just kind of a reminder here, I feel, my feminines, for you to take care of yourself, not just emotionally, not just spiritually, but physically as well, especially with everything going on with the pandemic right now. You know, those numbers are still rising globally. We're not out of the woods, you know. So take care of yourselves. And when you are stressed out, that can certainly contribute to you bringing illness into your body. So address that and take care of yourself. What else, please? Love it. Archangel Michael is here blessing this reading for you. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. And this applies to the masculines as well. And I really feel my masculines are in need of Archangel Michael's assistance. We've got Omega. Okay, this card is all about victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Isn't that interesting how the word work keeps popping up in this reading? That's because work has to be put in to bring about that desired outcome. So this masculine has got to put in the work. No way around it. And that keeps popping up here. We've got Angel Daniel popping up as well. All right. Angel Daniel is the angel of marriage, and he's here to assist your relationships going through challenges, whether you were married to this person or not. He can help you find peace in your relationships. And lastly, we have Angel Teresa. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Exactly. Take care of yourself in however way you feel that needs to happen, my feminines. Okay, so that's what's coming through here as far as what's going on with your divine masculine. Quite a few scenarios have presented itself here, but at the end of the day, this masculine has to put in the work on themselves first to be able to love themselves enough to do the work there first. And that, at that point, once healing has begun for your person, for your masculine, they can then dedicate more time towards the partnership and healing the relationship to mend this type of energy, that broken heart, to create movement towards ascension. Okay, so that's what I've got, guys. I do hope whatever part of this reading resonated with you, that it helps you out and helps you better understand why things are the way they are with your divine masculine. And again, for those who are interested in your own personal private reading, mini readings and basic readings are still available for the entire month. The remaining days in November and December, I'm not doing any readings, just to kind of catch up on things and to take a bit of a break for the holidays. And I'll open it back up January 2nd. All right, guys, so that's where we're at with this. I hope you enjoyed this reading and offered you guidance that you could use. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.